Hey everyone, my name is Usman and in this video I will show you a new way to make forms in React Hook form using createFormControl. Okay, so createFormControl is a new API to make forms. So basically createFormControl returns everything that useForm used to do, so register and control and all that, and you can basically use it to make your own form. Normally if you want to access the control or any other thing you are getting from useForm inside a nested component, you basically use context. But in this case, you can do it with a new method without using context, and I'll show you in a minute. Also, createFormControl is not a hook, so it can be used outside of a React component, which is great. Also, there is a new subscription model which createFormControl gives us, through which you can subscribe to certain field changes, which is great, and I'll will explore that as well. So let's look at currently a form. There are two fields, a first name field and an email field, and then there is a button. So basically, if I were to show you the code, I'm using the useForm hook. I'm passing in some default values. I'm basically getting stuff from useForm, handle, submit, register, all the stuff. And basically here, there is an email component. Inside the email component, since I need the control, I have used the form provider and basically spread the form here. Also, I needed to subscribe to first name change. So I want that whenever the first name changes, I get to know that. So basically I have used this syntax where I've used the useWatch hook, and inside the use effect, basically I'm checking if first name has changed or not. Now I will change this form to the createFormControl method so that you can see how you can do it and the benefits it packs. So first of all, I'll go here to the components folder and I will create a file form control. By the way, if you want to use it, createFormControl, right now it is available for this particular version. So in next version, a canary version or whatever. So right now it's not stable, but it would become stable in the upcoming version, I guess. So what you will do is you will do const form control props is equal to create form control, and basically the same stuff I passed here, I will pass them there. So I'll copy this and I will pass it here. So basically createFormControl gives us all the stuff which useForm hook gives us, with an additional thing which I will show you. Let me also export it. Cool. Now I will import it here. So form control props, let me import it. So from here I will get all that stuff which I was getting previously. So I'll get all this here. Okay, I won't get the form state here. In order to subscribe, there is another method. I will show you that. So I will remove this. I will remove this as well. I will remove the useForm hook. For now, I will comment this code and I will remove the context portion as well, because I will reuse this form control inside the email component. I will show you that in a minute. And yeah, the form works. So for now, if I comment the email component so that it doesn't give an error, and I save it, you will see that it says first name bill email is an empty string. So it works. So handle, submit, register, etc. I used from the form control props, which is basically just whatever is being returned from createFormControl. So just like for a particular certain form, you have one useForm hook which is detecting the state for the whole form. createFormControl does the same, but with createFormControl it is not necessary to use it inside a React component. You can use it outside as well, and export it and import it in places where you want to. Now I want to use the email component. So the email component is using the useController hook. Now the useController hook, when was inside the form provider context, was automatically getting the control via the form provider, but now the context is gone. So I will do the same thing. I will get the control from the form control. So I'll say control form control props, where are they, dot control. So I got the control from here, and now if you hover over the control, you will see that it has the type first name email from the form control props. So now I will have to basically add a string which would follow the type signature of the object which we pass in the createFormControl, which is great. I don't need to pass any type in the use controller or anything. It automatically does that. So I'll pass email here again. Great. So now if I refresh it and I add an email and I save, you'll see that the email is the email I entered here. So the form is working fine. Great. Now one last thing, form subscription. So before that I was using the use watch hook. So if I am using the use watch hook or anything, the problem is, let me remove the control here, that basically whatever component in which I'm using the use watch hook, that component would have to re-render for me to subscribe to a particular state. So if I want to log a certain state whenever it changes, I will have to basically re-render the component every time it has to change. So if I don't want that, the create form control gives us an even better way to do that. So I will copy this console log because that is needed. I will remove this. I will go here and I'll say form control props dot subscribe. So now a subscribe function has been added in create form control, which is additional to the use form hook. And here I need to pass two things. So form state and a callback. So form state would be basically the things that I want to subscribe to. So in this case, let's say I want to subscribe to values change. So whenever values change, I want this callback function to run, which I will pass in a minute. So values true. Now the second thing is callback. So in the callback, I would receive the data form state. So I can do stuff with the form state. So I can say console log. I will copy paste that. So form state dot values dot first name. So again, you saw that it automatically inferred the type from the form control props based on the object we pass in the create form control, which is great. I'm receiving automatic type safety. I don't have to type everything, and that is great. Now whenever values would change, you'll see that this particular console log callback will be called, and whenever I'm changing the first time, you can see the first time is reflecting here. Great. Similarly, if I want to subscribe to some other form state, I can also do that. So I'll pass in is dirty. I'll call it true. So now whenever is dirty would change, then this particular subscription callback would be called as well. So you saw that it was called 2 times initially because is dirty change as well as values. So that is the power of this subscribe function, that you don't have to re-render a component for getting the updated values of the form. You can just use this subscribe function outside a React component, or if you want to use it inside a React component, you can use it inside a use effect, and maybe you want to update some state whenever something changes, so you can do that as well, but without re-rendering a component again and again. So that is the power of create form control. So yeah, that is it for the tutorial. I am very excited for create form control. It is a new thing which has been added in create hook form, and it brings a lot to the table. I'm sure you like the tutorial. If you like the tutorial, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.